This video is for people looking for the best laptop that costs around 40,000 rupees. 3 options are available for the best laptop for performance. There's the Infinix InBook Y4 Max, Zebronics Pro Z, and Samsung Galaxy Book 2. Infinix dominates both single-core and multi-core scores in Geekbench, followed by Samsung and Zebronics. Both Infinix and Samsung perform well in Crystal Disk, but Zebronics performs poorly due to the SATA SSD it comes with. Now, as for performance, both Infinix and Samsung performed really well. Even Zebronics might appeal to some, but the reason I am not picking both Zebronics and Infinix is because they do not offer driver support. A lot of functionality will be lost if you format your laptop. Let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy Book 2 now. Our pick for the most powerful laptop. This laptop performs very well in day-to-day tasks as well. We tested this laptop with multiple tabs open, basic photo editing on Photoshop, and working with a lot of documents on MS Word, PowerPoint, and Excel without any problems. Even after an hour of gaming, this laptop did not get too warm as it slightly lifted off from the table when tilted. What about the rest of the laptop? The performance is great. From the outside, the laptop looks good. It has a minimalist and stealthy design and almost opens up with a hand, but it uses both hands if not occupied. It weighs in at 1.8 kilograms and is quite slim. All the ports you need are here, including an HDMI port, 2 Type-C ports, and 2 USB ports. There is an Ethernet port and a headphone jack. It charges via the 45-watt PD charger that comes in the box, so there is no separate charging port. Since we are talking about the battery, this laptop packs in a 43 Wh battery, but let me tell you that on a full charge, it only lasts for 4 hours, which is not very good. The laptop takes 1 hour to charge from 0 to 45%, which is quite slow. You should know that the battery on this laptop is not really good if you decide to choose it. Besides that, you get a 15.6-inch Full HD display with a peak brightness of 300 nits, and it's a pretty decent display. The colors here are quite nice, even though you get only 66% sRGB coverage. The typing experience on the laptop is just okay, and the keyboard comes with a numpad. Now we have the cheapest laptop on the list, which is the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3, which is currently going for 34,000 rupees. The main reason I would recommend this laptop to anyone is the battery life. This comes with a 47 Wh battery. The latest Ryzen 3 7320U processor powers this laptop, as well as 8GB DDR5 RAM, a 512GB hard drive, and a Radeon 610M graphics card. There is no way to upgrade RAM here. Our testing showed that this laptop handled pretty much everything with ease, whether it was using words, basic photo editing on Photoshop or browsing on Chrome with multiple tabs open. The usual 720p webcam comes with a privacy shutter, the keyboard is good, but it's not backlit, and finally, you do get MS Office pre-installed. Everything seems okay. But the display is the problem. The 15.6-inch Full HD display boasts a peak brightness of 300 nits and a 70% sRGB color gamut. The screen is decent, but the viewing angles are not great on this laptop. The screen will be completely unreadable if there is a slight shift. Next up, we have the Dell Vostro 14, which is a super portable laptop that is perfect for you. As the name says, this is a 14-inch laptop and weighs just 1.46 kilograms, so it can easily fit in any bag or even handbag, and it is currently selling for 39,000 rupees. This laptop's design is also stealthy, just like the Samsung with a grippy texture, but it doesn't look as pretty as the Galaxy Book. You get a 14-inch FHD display with a peak brightness of 250 nits and an sRGB coverage of 68%, which is decent. The viewing angles are good, the colors are nice and bright, and since this is a matte display, you don't see a lot of reflections. The size of the laptop made me expect the bottom firing speakers to be the loudest. It's not backlit, but the keyboard has good feedback. Windows gestures are supported by the trackpad. There are full-size HDMI, fast USB-A, USB-C, Ethernet port, full-size SD card and a headphone jack in this small-sized laptop. Even with its portable and lightweight design, this laptop packs a 13th Gen Intel Core i3 processor with 5 cores, along with 8GB DDR4 RAM and 512GB SSD. The benchmark scores of this laptop are quite good. Putting aside the benchmark numbers, the laptop is adequate for everyday use. You can do normal office-related work or watch YouTube videos by browsing the web. You also get Microsoft Office and the well-known McAfee pre-installed. This laptop has a 41 Wh battery, which lasts around 5 to 6 hours on a single charge with normal usage. It only charges through the 65W barrel pin charger, which takes it from 0 to 91% in just 1 hour. Lastly, I have Asus VivoBook K15 OLED, which costs around 38,000 rupees. If you like watching a lot of things, this laptop is perfect for you. The other laptops have an LCD panel with up to 300 nits of brightness, but this one really stands out, since it has a 15.6-inch Full HD OLED panel with a peak brightness of 600 nits for HDR content. Here, you get 100% sRGB and DCI-P3 coverage, and since it is an OLED panel, you get all the good OLED stuff here, the deep blacks, the punchy colors. Content will usually fill your entire screen because it has the best viewing angles and aspect ratio, which means it will fill your entire screen. The speakers here are quite nice, since we are talking about the multimedia experience. Harman Kardon has tuned them, and they're super clear and precise. Front-firing speakers on this one would have been nice. The device is meant for media consumption. As far as the quality's concerned, the speakers are really good, although they're not the loudest. There is an HDD slot here too, which is great, and you get an 11th Gen Intel Core i3 processor, along with 8GB RAM and 512GB SSD. The laptop's performance is a letdown. The i3-1115G4 is a dual-core processor, which is odd to hear about these days. The performance is definitely on the lower side, so it's meant for light usage only. You also get a full-size keyboard with backlight, and the keys are fine. There is a decent amount of travel, and typing is okay here as well. You also get a fingerprint sensor on the trackpad, which is a nice addition. So that's it. If you liked the video, be sure to give a like and subscribe so I can continue to make more videos like this. See you next time.